Welcome all to the lecture series on Introduction to AWS. Today we will be focusing on what exactly Amazon Web Service is. So let's begin with our today's topic. Amazon Web Service is a secure platform. Web Service is a secured cloud platform where it provides various web services such as computing, storage, networking and many more through a various layers of abstraction, such as if you want to create an EC2 instance, which stands for Elastic Compute Cloud, as it is named as EC 2 times compute cloud, it is named as EC2. This is a service which is provisioned from Amazon to have our personal laptop or computer on top of Amazon, where Amazon is going to be providing a virtual machine, and this virtual machine is being attached to some sort of storage device, and this storage device service is said to be EBS, Elastic Block Storage, and by default it is being provisioned with 8 GB of storage capacity. If you want to attach or if you want to increase the size of storage, then you can attach value once your need or requirement arises. So this attaching of extra volume is being hidden, which is a low level of abstraction which is going to be maintained by Amazon. At the same time, if you had deployed any application on top of this EC2, and if you want to store and retrieve data through that application, then you can perform it using certain APIs. One of the web service is REST, Representation State Transfer, which is a stateless web service. Using this REST API, you can either store or retrieve the data from the Amazon Web Service, which is performed at high level as application is being running on top of the layer. And in web services, EC2 and S3 are the prominent services which we are going to explore in our next upcoming sessions. So Amazon's Web Services is the player which has been launched in the year 2006, when there is no competition in the market, where the big giants are not yet into the market of cloud computing. Because of this, Amazon has acquired, according to 2023, 31% of the market. Even the Microsoft Azure has acquired 24% only. So as the market is being captured by Amazon, this is a prominent platform to provision various web services. And Amazon has provisioned more than 200 fully featured services which are tailored according to the requirements of the industry, where even the generative AI, IoT, data analytics, deep learning, containers, whatever the trending technologies in the market are there, those were being provisioned by Amazon. To have a deeper look of Amazon, we should know what is its global reach. For that, we will be looking at AWS global infrastructure. Prior to that, Amazon is secured, as I said in my previous slide, because it is been maintaining various security policies. If you will be redirecting over here, when I say Amazon is highly secured, you can observe over here that Amazon is maintaining the compliance of 300 various security compliances across the globe with 143 security standards. Amazon is more focused on protection of data of customers. Because of those security compliances, it has been adapted by US defense as well as NASA uses Amazon services. Along with that, many of the global banks uses Amazon Web Services, as it is being providing a high security level. So, moving further, to focus on AWS global infrastructure or its global reach, let us have a look on this. When you are seeing over here, throughout the globe, Amazon is being reached into 33 various locations. 33 various locations, or they are represented as region. Then what is a region? Region is a geographical area or location. This is one particular location. When we are focusing on India, India has two things. One is Mumbai and the other one is Hyderabad. These are two different locations in India which are represented as regions. So, what is a region? Region is a location, some location, geographical area, and each and every region okay fine, has more than one availability zone. At least 2 or 3 are maintained in each and every region as an availability zone. Then what is an availability zone? In theoretical terms, a availability zone, it can be represented as a data center where pool of resources are going to be accommodated, where this particular data center has been termed as an availability zone by Amazon. In each and every region, we find at least 3, that means most of the regions on Amazon maintains at least 3, that is 90% of regions accommodates 3 availability zones in each and every region, or else at least 2. If a particular region, some of the regions are not adhering 3, over there at least 2. Why? To maintain redundancy for acquiring fault tolerance. So, what is fault tolerance? When there is failure occurs at one of the availability zone, then there should be one more availability zone which can be providing services to the end customers, so that end customers can rely on Amazon. It is highly impossible that any availability zone goes down, because there will be multiple ways for a particular element, such as the power supply. There are various ways where availability zone is being provided with the power supply, such as UPS backup will be there, or else gensets will be there, or else direct transformers through connection will be there. Power supply is down, it is next to impossible in Amazon. So, we have discussed over here what is a region, what is an availability zone, and you can say availability zone as a cluster of data centers. Cluster of data centers. You can have this as a region. A region will have multiple availability zones, AZ1, AZ2, AZ3, where each and every availability zone will have more than one data center. These are represented as data centers, where a particular availability zone can have a cluster of data centers, and over here each and every availability zone will have a isolated power supply, cooling mechanism, and whatever equipment it requires, which is been isolated from the other availability zone in the same region. Same with the this, and all these availability zones are separated, or they are being planted at least 100 miles far from each other, at least. Then we can say that one question might be raised that Mumbai is a small city, or as Hyderabad is a small metropolitan city which will not spread more than 100 miles. Then how could Hyderabad can have 3 availability zones? When it is being represented as a region with certain city, it does not mean that it will be in the city, but it is in and around the Hyderabad city, but it maintains a distance of 100 miles between 2 availability zones. Next term which we are going to discuss is the other terms or terminologies which Amazon has are local zones, wavelength zones, direct connection connect locations. Along with this we do have 2 more things, edge locations and edge cache location. These are the terms which we are going to focus. So, what is a local zone? Basically, when we are focusing on the eastern part of America, where over here we do have in US East, Ohio and Northern Virginia, but we do have other cities which are densely populated, such as New York City, Miami City, where these AWS regions are not been available, or availability zones are not been available. In such locations, Amazon has launched what we say it as a local zone. Local zone will have all the facilities which availability zone has, but it is being planted, or it is being located on certain locations where certain cities with highly populated areas or IT firms are available, but there is an absence of a region or an availability zone where those populated people can access the Amazon services. So, local zones are some type of service which is being provisioned by Amazon where there is an absence of a region or an availability zone. Then comes to wavelength zones. These are the zones which are being provisioned through certain telecommunication industry, where Amazon has a tie up with third party telecommunication industries, such as if you are taking a consideration of India, we do have 2 various industries such as Jio or else Airtel, which can have 5G network provision, where Amazon can have a tie up with such companies to provision their services over the network. It falls under wavelength zones. Whereas coming to direct connect locations, just think that you do have an organization and you are adapting some sort of services from Amazon, and you want a direct connection from this location from your organization with Amazon, a private network, then you can adapt such a service which is said to be direct connect locations, where there will be a private network between your organization and AWS services. Along with that, we have something said to be edge locations and edge cache location. These two are the AWS services which are used to catch the data which is repeatedly accessed from a user. Edge locations are something that in Africa region we do not have any availability zones. So, we can have an edge location over here in Northern America and a edge location over here, or else you had deployed your website in India region, that is Hyderabad, and you want an access of it in Australia. As these two are far away from each other, where your customer base or user base is located in Australia, but you had deployed your web application or website in a region of India, then we can have an edge location over here which can directly transfer the data to the edge location over here, and it will maintain a cache of the data which is repeatedly accessed, so that the data can be transferred from this edge location to nearby edge location to the region. Edge location is not part of any region, nor it is being a part of availability zone. Edge cache location is a edge cache location is between your edge location. Just think that this is an edge location service which is an cache service, and you do have some service which is on S3 buckets or CloudFront, and somewhere in between these two is services and edge locations. We do have somewhere in between these two an edge cache location, and these are recently deployed in the year of 2006. It is providing a higher bandwidth than the edge locations, as the edge locations are placed at the end of the regions, whereas edge cache locations are placed nearby the availability zones. They are placed in between edge locations and the AWS services. Here we come to the end of the session. Thank you.